Mikey, you closed out May undefeated here at home, 25 out of possible 30 points overall. And could you take us through what your team's gone through, this, not just this month, but with today's matchup as well?
You're good at math. I had no idea. I think that what I told the boys was that they were ready. And I got this sensation in the last few weeks that the style of play is like really becoming ingrained, not only inside their head, but in their heart and in their blood. And that's a really important step for this to become DNA, because it's all surface level in the beginning, right? And you see, like, you have to think. But recently, I've noticed that they're playing without thinking, and it's just happening. And that one guy leaves and another guy comes in, and it keeps going. And for me, that's the most important thing. And the points are always so important because we're here to win. But the more important thing is that, I think.
And then the way the team reacted after a physical matchup, you saw Luca La Torre get himself a yellow card, but then respond with a goal. What does that say about the team that's being able to come here and defend their home?
Yeah, I mean, we have style of play pillars. One is to be brave. I think the guys are very brave. You can see, even winning the game 1-0, still playing with the goalkeeper. Relentless. We've always pushed the games. We've pushed every single game we've been in without ever giving up. And then you got to have a fighting team spirit. It's the base of everything is your effort and your commitment, not only to your teammates, but to your community, how hard you're going to play, and to not back down from any fight.
This is one of the first games without Yepe in the midfield. Could you talk about what Alvarado brought to that midfield today?
Yeah, I mean, he's a warrior, always has been. He's a guy who went to Portugal as a young player to test himself, and that takes a lot of bravery. He was with me in the 20s. He helped the country qualify for the Olympics for the first time in 16 years. He came as a training player for that camp and got in because of an injury, and then ended up playing a lot of minutes. This is the mentality of this guy. He's a fighter. He's a warrior. Wherever he goes, he wins, and he always does it for the best of the team. It's never about him.
And what did it mean to see Marcus get some minutes today?
Yeah, I told him welcome back. I think he's very happy about that, but we're as happy because Marcus is such an important piece from a leadership perspective, but also from his quality. And you can see he almost scored right away. So we knew he was available from 80th minute, and we were going to get him in for sure, so he can start building his rhythm little by little.
Coach, you said you can see it working in their heads and their hearts. Is there a way to tell which one on any given match day is more important for that particular day?
No, you need everything. But I think it goes into your head first, right? Because the ideas are ideas, and they're swirling around in our training environment. But when they're only in your head, it means that you have to think about it. You have to concentrate really hard to make sure, and it's not just a habit. As soon as it gets into the heart, into the blood, and then eventually deep down into our DNA, then the guys will just go out there and play football. And all of the principles will come to life because they'll just be playing the game that they know.
And then we know the depth of talent that San Diego offers at the youth level, but to have two of the locals, and Luca and Milan, both score for you tonight, what does that say about where this city is in terms of a soccer and football mentality?
Yeah, it's always been a giant in terms of the talent that exists here, the passion that exists here, and I've said it before. This club's going to be a giant. It's going to be a giant. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. But I can imagine, 10, 15 years down the line with training the entire region in terms of how we want to play, the national team's really benefiting from even more talent coming out of this area.
Mikey, an update on Chucky and what's your level of frustration or sympathy towards him, knowing how big of this next few weeks and month is?
Yeah, I mean, he felt something. We don't have enough information. I don't have enough information to tell you what it is, but obviously he stepped out, and he never wants to step out of anything. Yeah, I mean, I feel for the guy because he's gaining such rhythm right now, and hopefully it's not as big of a setback as last time. But what I do know about him is he's gonna, whatever it is, he's gonna confront it with his head up, chest out, do all the things he needs to do to make sure that he's getting back to the level.
I believe it's the same leg as the last injury?
I don't have enough I know it's the same area.
He grabbed his
Yeah,
left, yeah.
yeah. So,
Is there concern on your part that, and he's had injury issues, I believe on that leg as well before. Do you worry as a coach, you know, when a guy keeps injuring himself, whether it's serious or not, in the same area, that you need to change something in terms of how you play him, how you use him?
I mean, football, playing at this level is about taking a certain amount of risk always, because the margins are so small. The biggest predictor of injury is typically injury history in whatever spot that is. So we've been doing, trying to work in terms of analysis, in terms of what's his right pre-match, pre-training, post-training, and we're always working with that. And then part of the reason that he didn't start the game against Seattle is to also manage his load, right? Because he's an important guy, and I wanted to make sure. But that just shows you how crazy life is. You know, you can have all the processes in place to do all the right thing, but there's nothing guaranteed in life. The last time we played 3 games, he started all 3 of them, played fine. This time, we decided to rotate him in Seattle, not because of performance, purely because we wanted to save him physically. And then this happened. So at the end of the day, what I've learned in life is you don't control pretty much anything. All you can do is put your best foot forward to be intentional about how you attack it.